Konnichiwa minna. Hello everybody. In this video, this will not be a One Piece video, but I want to showcase one of my World Championship decks. So if you guys would like to see more of these types of videos from me, definitely subscribe down below. So let's get started. So this is going to be a 2011 World Championship deck. I think the deck is called The Truth. So let's get started with the deck profile. So starting off with one copy of Cleffa. So the Pokebody, Sweet Sleeping Face, as long as Cleffa is asleep, prevent all damage done to Cleffa by attacks, and then for its main attack you're going to be using is for no energy, Eek, shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. Cleffa is now asleep. So really good card. You definitely want to start off with this to draw your hand. So 2 copies of Vileplume from Undaunted. Basically you're going to be using its Pokebody. Allergic Flower. Each player cannot play any trainer cards from his or her hand, so that's what you're going to be using it for its Pokebody. 2 copies of Gloom to go with the Vileplume. And then 3 copies of Oddish, your basic to evolve into Vileplume. 2 copies of Pichu. So basically you're going to be using it for the playground. Each player may search his or her deck for as many basic Pokemon as he or she likes. Put them onto his or her bench and shuffle his or her deck afterwards, and then Pichu is now asleep. So basically you're going to be using this to load up your Oddish to get the trainer lock. 2 copies of Reuniclus from Black and White. Ability Damage Swap. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. And then for 3 Psychic Energy, Psy Wave for 30 plus does 10 more damage for each energy attached to the defending Pokemon. So basically you're going to be using it for damage swap to move your damage around. 2 copies of Duosion for the Reuniclus. And 3 copies of Silosis. So the basic to get to your Reuniclus. 2 copies of Donphan Prime. So the Pokebody, Exoskeleton. Any damage done to Donphan by attacks is reduced by 20. Earthquake for 1 fighting energy for 60 does 10 damage to each of your bench Pokemon, and Heavy Impact for 90 for 3 energy. So basically you're going to be using it for the Earthquake because that can hit really hard. 2 Phanpy to go with the Donphan. And then 2 copies of Zekrom. So basically you're going to be using Outrage for a DCE 20 plus, does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So 2 copies of that. And then 1 copy of Suicune and Entei Legend. Really cool. So the attack, Torrent Blade, for 2 water and a DCE, return 2 water energy attached to Suicune and Entei Legend to your hand. Choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This attack does 100 damage to that Pokemon. And then Bursting Inferno for 80. For a DCE and a fire. The defending Pokemon is now burned. So basically you're going to be using this legend for Bursting Inferno. Oh, sorry. There we go. That's the right way. So really cool. I really do miss legend cards. 1 copy of Blissey Prime for its Pokepower, Bliss Nurse. Once during your turn, you may play Blissey from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon. You may remove all damage counters from all of your Pokemon if you do discard all energy attached to those Pokemon. So really, really good to heal your damage with Reuniclus and Donphan. So basically, you're going to be using this for the Donphan because Donphan's Earthquake does damage the bench. And 1 copy of Chansey to get into... Sorry. Yeah. One copy of Chansey, sorry. So you need that to evolve into your Blissey. And going on with the stadiums. 1 Tropical Beach. Once during each player's turn, that player may draw until he or she has 7 cards in his or her... Yeah, sorry guys. One more time. Once during each player's turn, that player may draw until he or she has 7 cards from his or her hand. If he or she does, that player's turn ends. So, really, really awesome card. 3 copies of Rare Candy to get your Vileplume up. So you want to get your Vileplume up as quickly as possible because once Vileplume is up, these cards are dead. 3 copies of Pokemon Communication. Reveal 1 Pokemon from your hand and put it on top of your deck. If you do, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. Really, really awesome. 1 copy of Pont or Professor Oak's New Theory. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. Really cool. And 4 copies of Twins. I miss Twins. Really, really awesome card. You may use this card if you have more prize cards left than your opponent, which you are because this deck takes prizes slowly. Search your deck for any 2 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So, 4 of those. 1 Copycat. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a number of cards equal to the number of cards in your opponent's hand. So really, really good, especially back in the day when Mega Prime was a thing. So really cool card. 2 copies of Seeker. Each player returns 1 of his or her bench Pokemon and all cards attached to it into his or her hand. You return your Pokemon first. So 2 copies of that. And 4 copies of Sage's Training from Undaunted, and I think this was reprinted in Call of Legends. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose any 2 cards you find there, put them into your hand, discard the other cards. And then the last supporter card is 3 Pokemon Collector. This card was very expensive back in the day. And Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon, show them to your opponent, and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So, really, really awesome card. 3 copies of that. Then next we go on with the energies. So, 2 Fighting Energy for the Donphan. 1 Fire for the Suicune Entei Legend. And you have 4 DCE for the Zekrom. And I think Donphan Prime can use it too. I think. Let me check on that to make sure I'm not wrong. Yeah, so you're only going to be using DCE for the Zekrom. So 4 of those. And 4 Rainbow Energy for everything else. So, yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this video down below. So, yeah guys, I will see y'all next time. Bye,